Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am.
Welcome back to the Manversations show, where we discuss topics that from a man's perspective. We thank you for joining us. We're continuing our discussion on marital rape. I think it's fair at this point that we say at least what rape is. And according to the dictionary.com, it says that rape is an unlawful penetration of the anus, vagina, or mouth without consent. That's just a basic definition of rape. You can look at the definition below. We'll post the definition so that you can see it. And so that's what rape is. Now, marital rape, I get this definition of marital rape from a U.S. newspaper. Also, you could check the Jamaica Gleaner. They also have an article where they talk about marital rape. But marital rape is a serious form of violence, they said. Marital rape occurs when your spouse forces you to take part in certain sex acts without your consent. It is a form of intimate partner violence. And so it is basically where your husband or wife forces you to take part in unwanted intercourse or penetration of the same vagina, anal, or oral, obtained by force, threat, or force. And so basically, marital rape, they says, most of the statistics suggest that men are the biggest perpetrators. Now, Frankie and Mr. Musgrove, I can ask you all, the basic question, is there such a thing as marital rape?
In my house, there ain't.
And you say that because?
Because when I want it, I get it.
Well, then
When she wants it, she gets it. I mean, if I tie it, hey, I lay down, baby, you take it. I mean, my body is yours. When I signed a marital contract, right, I said, this belongs to you. And when you said I do, you said, this belongs to you. So your body is now mine. So you got no rights to tell me I can't have it. You know, you can't do that.
Okay, so...
And I am lawful in getting it because you already gave it to me.
Frankie House, thank God, there's no such thing as marital rape. But can marital rape occur in any house?
No, long as you sign that contract, long as one gives up his body or her body to the other, how could you rape it? If it's mine, how could I rape it? It's mine.
Mr. Musgrove. Does marital rape exist? Is there such a thing? Can a man or woman rape their spouse?
I do believe it can happen.
And
not necessarily in my home, of course.
No,
Thank God for that.
Of course not.
But I do believe it is possible for such a thing to happen, as I had alluded to earlier when I mentioned that, you know, there could be situations where one of the spouses may not be up to par to be able to deliver what is expected of the other party. And if they are requesting that, listen here, please, not now.
Give me a break.
Okay? But the other, by force, by being aggressive, decided, as he said, take it anyhow, by any means necessary, then I would have to look at it from another perspective too. What sort of enjoyment can you get from something that the other party is not willingly trying to enjoy to share with you? Okay?
That's an interesting perspective.
Explosion, relief, let it go.
So, but I mean,
I guarantee you, once I start, at the end of the day, we say more.
But what
what
Mr. Roscoe is saying though,
don't stop.
If
they don't participate.
If a man, you know, we all of us just say it ain't happening in our house. So we ain't talking about our house. No. But let's talk about a house where a woman probably afraid of her husband. Maybe he abusive. Maybe they don't get along good, but they still married. Mm-hmm. If a woman comes home, she worked all day, she tired. She gets home, she said, honey, he says, you know, I want to get a little frisky. She said, honey, I tired. My head hurting. I had a bad day. My mind ain't on sex right now. Are you saying, Frankie, that once he say, I want sex, she can't say, I want it?
No.
And if she says that,
she don't have a right to say it.
She don't have a right to be tired?
She don't have the right to say tired or not.
So
tired or not, remember that's the man's body.
So,
That
but,
belongs to the man.
so he shouldn't respect her. He shouldn't.
That's not disrespect.
If she tired, if she physically tired.
Is she tired? He take his time and do it.
Permit me to say this, brothers. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I beg to differ with that because even in your own body physically, not even including your wife, there are times when you know your body gives you messages that says, Frankie, now is not the time. And because you honor your body and you respect your body and appreciate your body for what it can do for you, you take note and you cater to your body to ensure that you can enjoy a long, healthy life. So the same thing be taken up. When you think of your wife's body being yours and vice versa, if you so love your body, because the Bible tells us too that no man yet hated his own body, but what he does, he nourishes
it
and he cherishes it.
Take care of
and
it.
so if you're saying that I love my wife, and you see your wife is truly not at the capacity where you would desire her to be for you to have your true fulfillment, I would consider, I being a man, and believe me, I am 100% man. I am of the firm belief, I consider that being a bit selfish of us, whether it be male or female, when we want to exert power over the other party to say, listen here, I could care less how you feel, this is what I want, this is what I'll get by any means necessary. Because if you love them,
sex heals.
But it can also hurt.
Sex rejuvenates.
Yeah, but I
You
mean,
understand?
But Frankie, you really
sex,
now. Really,
sex is something, you know, you might come home tired, you catch a piece and you ready to go again.
That's a fallacy, Frankie.
That ain't no
I'm
fallacy,
saying,
young man.
let's take
No, young
the
man.
context. Let's take the context of, you know, because like I say, every relationship ain't healthy. No, every relationship ain't understanding.
Well, get out of it.
But I'm saying some people are married. They're married. You're saying, Frankie, a woman is in her bed. She's for whatever reason she doesn't want sex. She's tired. She's sick. Whatever reason, she don't have to be sick or tired. She just don't want it. You're saying that if her husband comes to bed, hold her down because she ain't want to give it to him. Hold her down and physically take it from her. That shouldn't be considered rape.
First of all, he shouldn't have to hold it down. Whether she wants to or not, she needs to roll over and give
So
the
what
man
if
what
she
he
doesn't?
want.
What if she says no? I don't want it. I don't want it. No, I tired. No, I sick. No, I don't want it. So you're saying that it's okay for him to physically manhandle her and take it?
I don't advise him to manhandle her.
So then
I don't advise him to manhandle her.
So what should he do?
But if he wanted it come now. First of all, we discussing. We got to be talking about a healthy marriage. I'm not talking about
there's no way a healthy marriage is going to lead to marital rape.
exactly.
So we talking about marriage in a
Hold on.
There's no way a healthy marriage
Hold
will
on.
ever lead to marital rape.
See, here's what you saying. Call it marital rape, then you can't call that rape. That can't be marital rape because if I have a healthy marriage, first of all, my wife ain't gonna say no. I don't care how tired
your
she
wife
is.
can say you know in a
I
healthy
don't
marriage.
care how tired she ain't gonna say no. And if I come home, I don't care how tired I am.
then
I ain't gonna say no.
So then, Frank, you saying
Even
that
if I gotta lay down and tell her, baby, work what you could work.
this sound like a marriage is the sex is the revolution of the marriage. Sex only one component of the marriage. The marriage shouldn't be strictly around sex. So I'm saying,
Sex is a major part of the marriage.
frankly,
But it's not everything.
exactly.
But it's
not
a major part of the marriage. And let me show you something. Let me
But
say something.
understanding is major. Love is major. Affection is major.
Hearing all that, right?
So
hearing all that.
What's more major?
Hearing all that, what you're saying, right? Can you really say to me now, you as a man, if you can't get sex from your wife, right? You mad now. You can't get sex from your wife. You can stick around, all of a sudden you can be understanding, you be this, and the whole marriage can work without sex?
But
Let me answer,
yeah.
please.
Will the whole marriage work without sex?
Yes,
If you are men who are sexually active and you know that your wife is sexually active with no problem, can your whole marriage work without sex?
Yes, it can. And allow me to explain that
Then
to you.
you know something?
Okay.
You know something you're doing then? You're going against the laws of God. Because he tell you to go out there and he will multiply. And you can't do it unless you're having sex. Unless you're doing some test tube something.
Don't take that out of context.
Take that out of context.
Please allow me to
Tell
respond.
everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.